Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to Kruznik's Sanctuary. I'm your host, Kruznik X. Alongside me is Arya Stormborn.
Hey,
I'm working my way through the brand new Final Fantasy XIV patch 5.2, Echoes of a Fallen Star. In the last episode, we followed Lena here to accompany her in the defeat of a Sin Eater. Unfortunately, it was Whoa. Unfortunately, it was destroyed before we could even get into battle. Um, um, Afterwards, Lena. Wow, the echo is fierce. Um, Afterwards, Lena spoke to us about the Crystal Exarch, and I have a feeling she's in love. But
no, can you blame her?
I could, but I'm not going to. I just want to see something right quick. Okay. Anyways, let's keep it going.
Here's a popular station, Top Pop, on Amazon Music.
Oh, absolutely not. Stop. Mute. Alright, that takes care of that. Let's speak with Lena and continue the storyline. I will not keep you. You and your comrades have much to discuss. I will see the others back to their posts. Alright, let's head back to the Crystarium. Alright, so, where is good old Alphino?
What tied him up?
Haha.
What? He liked it.
He's in the ocular. There he is. The others were quite shocked to hear of what we found in Lakeland. But now that you're here, there is a proposal I should like to make. I have been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity, and of late I have noted more and more people perusing books on history, the years leading up to the Flood in particular. I suspect they wish to know more about the Warriors of Light, as well they should. But nearly everything I've come across describes them as Sin Eaters, or worse. Regardless of whether or not this Warrior of Light is who they claim to be, I worry that their sudden appearance, in conjunction with this renewed interest in their predecessors, may lead to growing unrest and fear. If the people of the Crystarium seek the truth, I say we give it to them. I too can attest to the falsehoods found within full many of the Cabinet's tomes, with nary a mention of the noble deeds of Ardbert and his comrades. To be fair, they bear some responsibility for the Flood, but when the tale is told again and again over the course of a century, I am not surprised to see their roles distorted and them painted as villains. Were it not for the records stored within the Crystal Tower, I would I would have had no reason to question the narrative. Unfortunately, that knowledge was of no use, for when I arrived here in the first, their reputation had already been irreparably tarnished. That said, there still remained those who worked tirelessly to defend their good name in those early days following the flood. Considering all the good they had done, I find it a wonder they needed defending at all. They brought to justice the man who misused my knowledge to bring about the fall of Ardbert. That such heroes could be spoken of in the same breath as Sin Eaters is absurd. Under normal circumstances, I would agree. But as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their deeds dwindled. In the end, only one truth remained, that they were the cause of the flood. With the world on the brink of oblivion, it was all too easy for the Warriors of Light to become the villains, deserving only of resentment and hate. At that point, the truth mattered little. It would not change their lot. Thanks to all of you, however, their lot has changed, and now they may heed the long-forgotten truth. You claimed it was Ardbert who helped you overcome Emmett Silk, correct? Such a revelation would do well to sway the hearts of those who know him only as a villain. I have shared this with a select few, but one and all must be told of his sacrifice. To that end, I say we proceed with Alphino's plan. We call together the people of the Crystarium and recount to them the true tale of the Warriors of Light and the flood that followed in their wake. I say we do it. Well, what say you, Chris? I wish we had done this sooner. What the frick? In hindsight, I agree. But better late than never, no? Exarch, might I ask you to continue working with Beck Lug on our means of returning home? The rest of us will see to gathering the people of the Crystarium in the Excedra. We have to reach out to anyone and everyone who might be willing to lend an ear. With any luck, word will spread and more will accompany them. Well, let's see what happens. Welcome back, Arya.
I swear. Friggin' system hates me.
No, your network hates you. Alright, so... Where's that aetheryte? There it is. Alright, we'll do the Cabinet of Curiosity first. Alright, they're not on the first floor. That's for damn certain. Going up. Oh, they're on this floor. Okay. I think. Nope. Oh, of course it should be Morin. No, this can't be. Surely there is at least one book here that does not cast the Warriors of Light and their deeds in such a negative light. Oh, Chris, forgive me. The Cabinet of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors of late, but I fear our repository lacks for the knowledge they seek. The people wish to know the truth of the flood, of the Warriors of Light. I have searched high and low, but alas, every account portrays them as no better than sin-eaters, abominations worthy only of scorn and resentment. I know they were not always judged so harshly, yet I can find no proof, and I dare call myself a librarian. Alright, cool your jets. You would address the people and tell them the truth of the Warriors of Light? Of the Flood? How wonderful! You have regaled me with the tale once before, but I should love to hear it again. Oh, and you may be assured I will not come alone. Alright, where to next? Next up, Crystalline Mean. Yeah, we'll just jump off the cliff. Let's see. Crystalline Mean, here we are. Ah, there's Catless. Well, what a coincidence. I was just reading over a letter I received from Grenault not long ago. He says a visitor from the Crystarium found him at the bottom of the ocean, and that he inspired him to reach new artistic heights. Well, I can only think of one person capable of both feats, though I say the latter is far more impressive. To think fate could bring the two of you together in such a place. I'm sorry. You mean the Exarch didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors of Light? Well, whatever he's left unsaid, I'm all ears. Alright. Where are we headed next? Down to the infirmary. I could have sworn there was a way to jump down there from here, but I guess I was wrong. Again. Guess we'll just have to go around and jump here. There we go. Hello, Chesamil. Chris, what a wonderful surprise. Hi, what a wonderful surprise. Though I hope your being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. Thanks to you, I've had far fewer patients coming through my door of late. Which is a shame, come to think of it. I've had fewer opportunities to test my new medicines. Oh, gods. I jest, of course. It's actually been quite pleasant to have a few moments to myself now and again. The truth about the Warriors of Light. But the Exarch has already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's more to the tale, I'd very much like to hear it. Alright, who else can I think of? Arya's network hates her, so she's popping in and out of chat. Of course, Bragi. Gotten the browse wares in the market, have you? Well, I can guarantee you'll have no trouble finding what you need. Whatever it may be under Yulmore's new leadership. Whatever it may be. Under Yulmore's new leadership, trade has never been more prosperous. Word is that fellow from Daedalus Stoneworks has taken over as mayor. Did he really? Little wonder business is booming the way it is. I imagine it won't be long before all of Norvrandt reaps the benefits, but you've not come to talk about the market. Something on your mind? I see. The Exarch did mention they had something to do with your returning knight to Norvrandt. Alright. Consider my interest piqued. Alright. Oh, of course. Glynard. Well, what do I owe the pleasure? Whatever it is, I must ask you be brief. With the night return, visitors have been flocking to the Crystarium, and I find myself too busy by half. I don't mind it, though. Seeing the stairs so full of life and excitement, one can almost forget the flood ever happened. The truth about the Warriors of Light. But you already told me all there is to know, didn't you? Well, if there's more to their story, I'd love to hear it. Maybe then I can compete with and Ciela in regaling patrons with stories of their heroism. Perhaps I'll even inspire a few aspiring adventurers. Hello, Ciela. Excuse me. I really wish I could ride my mountain here. This place is so huge. Shut up.
You said it, not me.
And of course everyone's gathered around Alphino here. There we go. There you are. Between the four of us, I dare say we swept the Crystarium from top to bottom. Now, we need but wait for the people to gather. Wow. Practically everybody frickin' showed up.
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor should fall to you.
Oh yeah, sure. Leave it to the guy who frickin' does everything.
More inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
You guys are dicks. And so we regale them of tales of the past. It's a good thing I did all the role quests, right?
Wicked White. The Warriors of Light did all that?
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls.
Yep.
And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us. And we cursed their names.
This should go a long way towards clearing the air.
One can hope. Wait. And here comes the drama. And it begins.
Impossible.
I take it I'm not imagining this, then.
I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Nay, yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
What in the world?
Y'shtola, you wanna frickin' explain something?
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
That it should be the warrior of darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time. Though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may.
Well, crap baskets.
People of the Crystarium, I am Ardbert, one of those you know as a warrior of light.
God fucking damn it.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
Aye, that I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I.
I call bullshit.
I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass. The hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness, is not of this world. And the day will come when he must return to his home. But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it.
Oh, joy.
The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become the new warriors of light.
What? Us? Warriors of light?
None of us were born heroes, my friend. I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure. But wherever my journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
Oh, boy.
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony. Yet whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired unto the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
Well, the shit's hit the fan now.
You're really surprised?
No, I'm not.
So,
That is a warrior of light of the first. I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
Not likely. But then again...
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
I highly doubt it. It looks like him, it sounds like him, it quacks like him, but in this case it's not him. I smell Ascians at work.
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Yet that which standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not. Which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
Ascians!
That he is an Ascian.
Given their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
Elidibus.
Elidibus.
I'm just answering people's questions for them.
That Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form, and cognizant no doubt of Emmett Selk's failure here in the first, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen. My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Minfilia and the Warrior of Light. On that occasion I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure. It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him. Such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emmett Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while the Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion. Mayhap the blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
I actually have a theory about that, but I will explain that a little on a side stream. Let's not get into it right now.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps? Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary. I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat. And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people. And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association. That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, and I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
Well, we'll just have to trust it. For now. We're gonna take a quick break, but until then, that's it for this episode of Kruznik's Sanctuary. Thank you to Arya Stormborn for joining us.
Yep, you got it.
And thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the show. As always, if you're watching this on... Hold up a sec. Okay, there we go. As always, if you're watching this on Twitch or live with PlayStation and you like this show, click the follow button. Be sure to turn on notifications so you're well informed, and be sure to subscribe to me for access to exclusive videos and live streams. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like this video, click the like button below and leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel by clicking here and click the bell icon for notifications. Click here to watch more by me, click here to watch the next episode, and click here to watch the previous one. Until next time, Kruznik X, signing out.